Indie Music Live, episode 130. Do you remember when it was 100? I do. I was there. I've been there for all 130 episodes, except for the one when my computer crashed out on me and I just kind of.
We heard your audio for like 3 seconds, though.
So everybody in America, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. I thought for 4th of July that we would have a featured artist from the Netherlands. So I thought that was going to be a good idea. So we have Hans, better known as DZ on the internet and as his musician name, coming up here in just a little bit as the featured artist. But we're going to listen to some music first. How's everybody doing? Let us know in the comments how you're doing, what you're doing for your 4th of July. If you're in another country, well, still let us know what you're doing for your 4th of July, even though the date doesn't mean shit to you. So, David, what's going on real quick before we listen?
Yeah, like I mentioned before, I'm allergic to all holidays. I want to get to July 5th pretty quickly. Get past all the fireworks and all the people running around, and all the stores were crazy today at the grocery store. Too many humans in the aisles. I just wanted my food. But anyway,
should have went yesterday then.
I know. I went at like 4:30 is the worst time.
We're all going to learn how to say "hit it, Rob" in Dutch here in just a little bit. But first, let's listen to. I like this video a lot, even though it's kind of like homemade and stuff. It's more like a lyric video, I guess. But we're going to check out "Like Lions." We have a review on this song on the website, indiemusicplus.com. This is Flashlights and Sirens. Let us know what you think in the comments. My phone's all messed up, so I can't actually see who's watching tonight. So share this video out. We'll be right back. Hit it, Rob. Like Lions, Flashlights and Sirens. That band has like that guy. When you look up Like Lions, like on Facebook, it looks like there's like a couple of other artists named that. So you just have to make sure that you match up the right thing. This guy doesn't have like millions of likes on Facebook, so you can kind of figure it out. But I like this video. We did a review on the website. Dave thinks we played the song on the show before, but I don't think so. I think we just did the review.
Yeah, I think you're right. I was just checking the blog real quick. Yeah, Jared Padone actually did a full.
And, it's confusing because we're so busy with reviews that they don't actually get planned on written, actually scheduled into the show until after they've been on the website quite a while and stuff. So
yeah, I mean,
but we only play 4 or 5 songs a show. So
yeah, like we've said, I mean, it kind of gets a little blurry sometimes. I mean, we get hundreds of submissions every month, and then there's a delay on posting a review, sometimes up to a month or so, just because of the queue. I mean, we got like 20 waiting to be posted right now. But anyway, Jared Padone did a full album review of these guys on early April of this year.
Yeah. Which is kind of fitting because it sounds a lot like him, I think. But
yeah, a little. I was thinking just kind of maybe a lighter Muse. I was feeling some Muse here, but maybe not as like not quite as hard and edgy, but kind of had that dynamic buildup. Like I was really impressed with the way that he played with the dynamic here in the composition. Really like his voice. It was feeling maybe a little keen in here as well, but I really liked this sound, man. It was well produced, well mixed. I dig what these guys are doing, man. Really like it. Jared liked it too in his review. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. So let's see here. JacksonJamesSmith is coming up next. Then we're gonna head over to the Netherlands and talk to a very kind and patient gentleman that woke up at about 3 o'clock or didn't even go to bed in the morning.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's about 4 a.m. in the morning there, and so we're gonna. Dave will be doing a little deeper with Dave segment with him. We got a short shooter tonight. JacksonJamesSmith, Midnight Romance coming up next. Hit it, Rob. Share this video out. Let us know what you think right now. Sorry, Rob. I did that backwards.
Indie Music Plus.
But if I could buy your love, if I could, yeah, I would work for it every single day. But I'm just upset that you see it in a simpler way. And there's not much I won't do, yeah, for you. I complete these games are all the same. But I'm just upset that you see it in a simpler way. Hope is food and I'm full. It's time to exercise it all away. Push and pull isn't quite the same. Words ain't enough to make you see straight. But if I could buy your love, if I could, yeah, I would work for it every single day. But I'm just upset that you see it in a simpler way. There's not much I won't do, yeah, for you. I can play these games are all the same. But I'm just upset that you see it in a simpler way. Lay beneath the cold, steal away on my I'm not asking for your hand, just a midnight romance.
JacksonJamesSmith, Indie Music Live episode. I just started talking, Rob, because I saw my face there. Indie Music Live episode 130. I am JoeJoeKeys. I'm literally not wearing any pants, so
don't prove it.
Funky tune there. That's the good thing about working at home is I can wear like a suit and a tie up top and be completely bottomless. So anyway, I'm not completely bottomless. Anyway, enough about my underwear. JacksonJamesSmith, Midnight Romance, funky tune. I like this guy. He sounds like a lot of different people that you would hear on you know, I could name a couple, but I can't think of any right now. Honestly, it's had a long day. A lot of personal stuff going on. But anyway, Dave, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I do. I got a pretty good reference, and that's Ray LaMontagne. So
you used that one before, though.
Oh yeah, any fans of Ray LaMontagne will love this, man.
You used
Jackson,
that with, the Jack. What was his name?
Littman.
Yes,
Jack Littman.
Yep.
No, I went right to Spotify on this one, dude. This was, I loved it. This was like this indie soul kind of, you know, broken down sound. I really dig this stuff. But yeah, Ray LaMontagne, I think he won a Grammy or two in the soul category. but this has that really similar type of instrumentation and composition in the style. A different type of voice, like Ray LaMontagne, really raspy. This guy didn't have that deep rasp, but I really dug his delivery. And we don't get a lot of music submitted in this style, Joe, and I long for it, man. Like it was refreshing to hear this stuff. I really liked it, man.
Yeah, cool. Me too. I remember actually when I programmed the show, I scheduled the music months ahead of time, and sometimes I forget what the song was like until I go back and like do the pre-production for the show, like making the little video clips and stuff. I remember remembering this one, and I thought, oh yeah, this is a really cool tune. So speaking of really good music, though, let's bring in our featured artist that's hanging out in the Netherlands, probably one of the most European remote. I don't even know, where are you? Are you on Antarctica? Where is the Netherlands?
Yeah, something like that. It's called Holland. The Netherlands.
Holland. There we go. I know Holland. That's in Michigan, right?
Yes,
Holland, Michigan.
Yes.
I've been
Sure.
there.
Exactly.
No, so anyway, Hans goes by the musician named DZ, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for having me. By the way, I'm very honored.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If anybody doesn't know, it's about what time in Holland?
Well, I think it's now 4 a.m. Yeah.
Ooh,
Very cool.
4 a.m. Yeah.
dedication right there.
I still haven't figured out if you got up early or just stayed up.
No, I got up early.
There we go. Cool. So
3
appreciate
hours
you
or so.
getting up early. And so this is the time of the show where I have you just briefly introduce yourself. We've kind of talked a little bit, but who you are, what your short story is. We're gonna get deeper with Dave here in a second, and you can introduce Lovin' and Dancing for us. And after you introduce us, if you could please say "Hit It, Rob" in Dutch, that would be awesome.
In Dutch.
And then we'll play the song.
Yes. All right. Well, my full name is Hans Peter de Zeeuw, but that's not an international stage name, so I changed it into DZ, like the consonants D, apostrophe Z. I'm from Holland. I'm a professional drummer. And well, 3 years ago, I was laying in my bed, couldn't sleep, and suddenly a very big, loud voice said, "You've got to make a CD." And well, that was really a life-changing event. And 3 years later, we are here, and I just released my 5-track mini album in the melodic groove jazz funk genre. And I ended up working with Katie Leone, the former singer of Incognito and the brand new heavy Anastasia, and 2 times Grammy nominee Sandra Singh Victor from the Family Stand. She's worked with Prince and Chaka Khan. So it's been a wild ride so far, and never imagined I would come this far. So it's great. So ga voor het Rob, Loving and Dancing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whoa.
That was it, Rob.
That I promise you, I don't mind to dance with you, don't lose me. Just get on your feet, I'm on to you. Feel the heat when our bodies are moving. It's the chemistry I'm looking for. We're in liquid, sensual emotion. Don't you dare to stop it on the floor.
Deeper with Dave. Deeper with Dave. Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by.
So I want to put the listeners in the shoes of Hans right now and understand, like, Hans, he lives in Holland. He speaks Dutch. He did not.
I'm sorry.
No, hey, just let me explain. He did not take classes. He didn't like prepare for this interview. He does speak English, but he's jumping right into this interview in a language that is just one of like 4 that he speaks
At
with
3 in the morning.
yeah, at 3 in the morning with no preparation. So he's like, he's just trying to like kind of remember the language as we're talking. So I mean, I want people to understand that. That's pretty
My brain
impressive.
is a little bit, yes.
Yeah. It's a little scrambled right now, but
Yes.
anyway, man, this is both Joe and I mean, this is like JoeJoeKeys music, a little more than my
Really?
style, but we both love this funky
Okay.
jazz. There's a little R&B flavor going on here.
Yes, definitely.
And first thing I want to talk about is we've had some European artists, one in particular from Sweden that actually plays Southern U.S. blues, and he sings in like a Southern style, and we're
TJ
just like,
Leonard.
yeah, TJ Leonard. So we're like, all right, this
Right.
guy lives in Sweden and he's touring in the South U.S. and he sings like traditional blues. It's like, how does that happen? And if you think about it, I mean, music is universal, right? It's like,
Absolutely.
however you're raised, like the culture I guess family and the culture that you're raised in, those influences are kind of set the stage for what kind of music you start listening to at first. But as you get older, you start exploring the boundaries, and it's interesting. I just wanted to hear your take on that, because it is rare. I'm not saying it should be rare, but we don't get submissions from Holland for funky jazz. So it's like, why is that?
I don't know. Well, my first love is Gina Vanelli. When I was, I think, 15 years old, I saw the LP. I'm from that era. Powerful People, and I was hooked. You know, no guitar, only synthesizers, a great drummer, Graham Lear, and it was really directly into my heart. This is the music I totally dig. I don't know why, but it was reaching out to me, it seemed, and well, that was a kind of funky stuff too, you know, Gina Vanelli, Latin, funk, jazz, and that's.
Yeah, it's funny how that works,
Yeah.
Hans. It's like, it doesn't matter where you live. It's not pegged to any culture or race or anything, or even religion or anything. It's just one, you turn it on and it's like, you physically feel it in your body. It's like, well, what's going on here?
I was triggered.
Yeah, exactly. So you started as a drummer. I mean, that was your main instrument as a teenager. Is that correct?
No. I think I was 2 years old, and I already knew I will become a drummer, no matter how. I just knew it. I just knew it. As long as I live, I know I'm a drummer. It's strange, but I'm strange. That's how it is. That's how it is. I am a drummer. Maybe not the best drummer in the world, but I am a drummer. That's what I am. You know?
So I think you said, I was just reading your bio. So at around age 19, was that when you kind of made it your career officially?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. I got some lessons, but before that time, I was always into rhythmic things and playing with my hands, and well, you know, that's what drummers do quite often. So
it's like a fetish, isn't it? Somewhat.
Yeah. Give me some spoons and I'll.
I know. Just give me some. I gotta just like make some type of beat going on. But Hans, you said something before we played your song. You're like, a few years ago, you were just kind of startled. It's like, I got to make an album. Is this your first album?
Yes, totally. Yeah.
So what? I mean, have you been a session drummer all these years, or what?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm a drum teacher. That's my core business.
Okay.
And yeah, I play. I'm a freelance drummer, and I played in some bands. I played in, for example, a tribute Steely Dan band.
Oh, yes, that
yeah.
makes Steely Dan,
Yeah.
Joe. I think
Yeah.
Joe's music sounds like Steely Dan.
Yeah. But well, this was a long time dream for me to at least make one record. At least. That's what I have dreamed about for years. And there was always fear. I'm not good enough. I will fail or whatever. And this big voice, what I was talking about, it really happened.
All right, Hans, I want to, this is deeper with Dave, so I want to get deep into this point right here, and hopefully it doesn't make you uncomfortable. That's just how we roll here.
No, ask me everything.
Okay, so in your bio, I noticed something. You made a point to say you were raised in a conservative family.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so I think there's something there with the whole story of maybe why you held off so long to kind of create your own original albums. And was there a fight with the family of like you should not be a musician in the early days?
No, not exactly. But I grew up with classical music. Well, it's not likely that the family where I grew up with made me a drummer. It was not a fight or something, but I wasn't encouraged. When I took my first drum lesson, well, my parents, okay, you want to go drumming, do it, go it. But they don't understand my drive and it's my life, and they still, I think, don't understand what my passion is. So that's for me in my it was important to write my bio about the concept family. Yes, because it's when you look from outside, you think, how is it possible that guy's playing drums and he comes from such a family? That's You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, we've had this discussion with multiple artists in the past where it's challenging sometimes. I mean, it really has an impact on your career with your immediate family and your friends and the support system that you have around you, because we've had artists on the show where everyone around them, family and friends, they were telling them, don't do this. Like, get a serious job. Like, you should not be playing music. This is a pipe dream. Like, what are you doing? And they had to fight that for years until finally they just kind of broke through, and now it's their career. And then we've had artists where it was 100% support from like age 10 or when they were a kid, and they help pay for albums and all this stuff. It's really a major impact on the path you take.
But at the other hand, my parents, I went to the conservatory in the Netherlands.
Yes, I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, and they said, okay, do whatever you like. That's the other side of the story. So it wasn't. They agreed for a certain extent that I wanted to be a musician.
Right. So they were supportive enough to like say, go to school for this and learn your craft.
Yes.
And
if you want to, if you are happy about it, then do it.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, Hans.
They don't understand. They don't understand.
All right, man. We're gonna move on here in a bit. So this. I mean, like I said, Joe and I, we love this song. We love this album. It's so cool. Musicians you had working on this. The video is cool to see them all playing and everything.
Thank you.
What's the plan for the next year? Like, are you going to actually play live with a group, or is this
Well,
just a piece of art?
there are some plans, but very little, but because I have to take this step by step. And there is some confidence growing. And I'm thinking about a second album. There has to be a second album. I can do this, I know for sure. But also the playing has to be my attention. And we will see. We'll see.
I would guess that you're kind of a unicorn in your area where you live in terms of this style of music.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't
where,
know.
Yeah, I mean, I would venture to guess that people would want to see this, because it's not so common.
That's true. No, that's true. But it's a large band, so you have to think it through, how to solve certain challenges, certain problems.
All right. Hans, pleasure chatting. We'll have you back possibly as a critic or anything, but your website is dzthemusic.com.
Exactly.
And there's a picture. Rob's got it in the lower third, man. Anyway.
Wow.
All right. So we're going to play the next tune, which is, let me check my notes. I always have to check my notes. I believe this is Feel Alive by the Dreggs. Is that correct?
Yes.
I hope it is, man.
Good
How
Lord.
so desperate, Rob? Is that hit it?
Step one, run away with me. We'll find some place we're meant to be, where the grass is greener on the other side. Step two, I can make a story. I promise that it won't be boring. I'll pack how things will head so far away. I've been waiting for a long time to feel alive. So take my hands, our problems will subside. Step three, pedal to the floor. Winds and rains will stay on course to find out what it means to run away. Step four, I can give you more than life can give you. Open doors, I'll grant your wish, I'll show you sunny days. I've been waiting for a long time to feel alive. So take my hand, our problems will subside. Watching for the opportunity to take more from life. I've been sitting writing the song for you to take my hand and sing along tonight. So now we wrote the book, we traveled far and had a look at everything we said when we were young. So far.
So that was Feel Alive by the Dreggs. It's really, I like this style of music. It's kind of this this folk style that you really often hear in television placements, man, and indie movies, and it really fits well. I love the brush guitar. Good songwriting here. Really nice vocals. My only issue here is this style of music, man, vocals are usually really out front. And I think they should be. Like the brush and the beat and everything is kind of more towards the background. And that's what I would suggest. I would suggest a remix on this tune because the guy has a good voice. He has a really good voice. And the harmonies that come in later, it's really nice, but it actually gets a little buried. I mean, to the point where in the mix, the music is kind of takes the attention in your ears more so than the vocals. And I don't think that's how it should be with this tune. What do you think, Joe?
I believe this is one of those A&R department groups from Australia. There's a lot of good country rock alternative kind of stuff going on down there. Have you ever heard of Casey Chambers? She's one of the artists I like to listen to from there. But I was thinking that this is a good road trip song, pretty much. Christina Baldwin's nice voice. I wish it was more dynamic. And then my phone just, oh, there it is. Tempo changes, hurrying up. Yep. Makes a good point there. So anyway,
it's all about the vocals in this style of music, Joe. I mean, it's like that. I think they should be more front and center. I really do. That's it. But
okay. Sorry. I'm delusional right now because let me tell you a quick story. I was sitting here last night at my desk about 6:30 at night, and my power went off. So, and it was like 95 degrees here yesterday or something like that.
ooh,
We're up in New York where we get 120 inches of snow a
Humid.
year. We're not used to 95-degree weather. In fact, I hate it. And so I'm sitting here in my air conditioning, and then all of a sudden the power went out. So then it came right back on. I'm like, okay, well that sucked. My computer got shut off, my air conditioner. Turned the air conditioner back on, turned the computer back on, power went out again. I'm like, oh, that's a little frustrating. So turn the air back on, turn the computer back on, turned off again. Fourth time it happened, I just left everything off. Like, am I blowing a fuse? But it wasn't possible. But anyway, I didn't have power for like 10 hours, and I slept in my own sweat last night. So
ooh.
I'm ready to watch TV and go to bed. So let's wrap this shit up, shall we?
All right.
David, any final words tonight?
No, I mean, it was awesome. It was good chatting with Hans over there in Holland, and great tunes tonight. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we're coming up with some great some great guests lately from all over the world. So if you want to submit your music, go to indiemusicplus.com. We have 50% off any service until July 8th, celebrating American independence. You can use the code USA50 to get that discount, and that's going until July 8th. So anyway, yeah, thanks for everybody that's watching on the replay and watching live with us now. Hixvideo making us look good as always. Robert Hicks behind the controls, flying the ship. I drank too much coffee today. You ever get heartburn when you drink too much coffee?
Oh, I thought you were doing like peace out, brother.
Anyway, catch you next week, every Tuesday, 10 o'clock Eastern time. Peace.
Greetings, Funky Monday. Go to the store, drink a Sit, join us. Monday. Here we go again. So, you hit a little bump in the road, yeah, mountain, molehill, get you nowhere. Don't be so goddamn hard on yourself. Common sense is not so common. Voltaire, keep telling myself to stay